Allie here, or you can call me Elle, either way. Let's take a breath together. Ground into this moment, into our bodies, into our breath. And I have some messages to share, some thoughts, some feelings, some stories, and so I just I'm excited. I feel everything all at once right now, honestly. Speaking of everything all at once, Everything Everywhere All at Once is a wonderful film. Highly recommend it. Like, number one top must-watch movies, actually, that I can recommend to you right now. Also, Fantastic Fungi, My Octopus Teacher, Waking Life. That's what I got right now in this moment. But Everything Everywhere All at Once, yes. Like, I feel like there's this build-up and this, like, tension and this buzzing that's led up to this, like, relief and sinking into where I am and this specific moment of being in my car driving to where I'm going, and just the build-up before this of my experience, which has been my whole life. I feel like my whole entire life has led me to this moment, and even before me and my life, every life before mine that somehow came together and created life, and that person, that life, merged with another, and all these different genetic combinations that somehow led me to me as I am in this moment. So much has happened to get each of us to where we are right now. Was so wild and incredible, and there's so much there, and it's also there's a lot in our cellular memory. There's a lot of wisdom, there's a lot of love and goodness and lessons and blessings, and there's a lot of tragedy, there's a lot of trauma, there's a lot of pain and grief, and we all carry so much within us, and in this moment, it's all existing simultaneously. Like, breathe that in. Like, how much had to happen to get you to being you in this moment? It makes me want to. So everything's making me want to cry lately. I've been sitting here crying tears of joy and relief, and just like, oof. And then there's grief, and there's like this ache, and then there's this acceptance and this peace and this inspiration and excitement and like activation, and these triggers too, these things within me that have been getting poked by outside interactions and circumstances, and I come back within, and it's like, why is this poking me, and like, why is it so tender there? Like, what's the wound? What's the place? Like, what's happened before this moment that's caused this spot to be tender and be so reactive to that touch? Because, there's, certain spots where you touch it, it's like, okay. And if there's a wound or a bruise or a scar or something there, it's going to, like, it doesn't, you can feel more than just, like, that touch, there's, like, the what came before. And I'm in all of that right now, and mostly excitement for the unknown and the mystery of what lies ahead for me, and in a broad terms of my life in general, and also for the specific next few days. So I'm going on my a solo trip for the first time in 4 years. And the last time I went on a solo journey, it was this. I'm going to the same place that I did, so I'm retracing my steps on some level, and also open to exploring new territories and just whatever flows. Like, I can go into this flow state and also have some general idea of where I'm going and what I'm doing, because I will be traveling around within the place that I'm in. So I'm a St. Louis native. It's where I live, in St. Louis, and I'm headed south right now. I'm going to stop in Memphis. My plan is to listen to some music, and then there's a campground nearby that I'm going to stay the night in my van, which I have. You can't see from here, but I have taken all the seats out. I have a little mattress, topper, and my stuff and things, and all my favorite things, my art stuff, my ukulele, my hoop, my favorite chair, because my end goal is the ocean. I'm going to Gulf Shores, specifically the peninsula that has Fort Morgan on the end. I took a journey out here on a whim. It was something that within one day I was like, I have to leave town. I need to find peace or I will completely lose my mind. It was winter, couldn't go outside. I lived with my parents and I couldn't get away from, there was just nowhere to go except out of where I was. I could, yes, go within, find peace and regulation there, but with the circumstances going on, I needed physical space and time away from the environment that I was in. So I started this journey, and I remember the message that began on my trip was, follow the white dragon. And that's just what kept coming through and kept coming up. And every part of this journey led to the next. Every person I crossed paths with and had a conversation, each moment was so profound and felt so just important. And every conversation, every I had a piece, there's information that I was piecing together as I was going. I found out from people different, I had no idea going down here. So the reason I chose where I was going is it was the straight shot to the ocean, shortest drive I could, to Mobile, Alabama. So I just headed there, and from there I just kind of figured it out. I had no idea about even Fort Morgan or the Dauphin Island. I found out so many amazing things on my way that I had no idea. I just was completely open to experiencing newness. And and this trip was truly, going into it, before and after was some of the hardest times of my life. But during this time that I was on the road with myself in my van was the happiest, most peaceful times of my life. And being alone with myself in just this little bubble, my own little spaceship, little worlds. And it's funny, fun fact, my last name is Van Camp. And you know what I'm doing is I'm van camping, okay? So it's just written in the stars. It's just destined to be this way. But yeah, I did the before and after was really rough, and so honestly I don't feel like I even got to fully integrate my experience. At least now I can. Now it's funny, I now I'm revisiting and coming back into this space with going into and being in a much better place, and knowing that coming back I'm going to be coming back to peace and not war, which I came back home to war last time because I left on a whim. I was having a mental breakdown, honestly, and I had a young child, and he was a year old, and I left town. I was nursing, I was weaning, but it was just I was completely so unwell, really just losing my mind, and I knew he'd be taken care of. My parents were there, and his father's also around, so I left knowing he would be taken care of. But his father was very upset, obviously, and because I didn't tell anyone. I was I know I need to do this, and someone could say maybe it was in a manic state or whatever, but I really truly know that I needed to go on that journey. And so many beautiful things happened on that time, and I started writing my book, or getting all the pieces together to in format and get my book started, and just the moments of clarity and peace and connection I felt unlike anything before. Okay, so yeah, he was claiming that I abandoned my son, and I told him the entire time, I'm coming back, I need this, I need to get right with myself, I need to find peace, I am drowning over here, I can't live like this, I need to find relief somewhere, a retreat, a vacation, postpartum depression was really bad, my hormonal shifts were terrible, and then COVID hit 2 months after I gave birth to my youngest, which even right after he was born, I got so sick, which I might have gotten, it was probably COVID before, because right after I got sick was when the word of COVID even came out, but I got tested for the flu and strep and all these other things, and I failed all my symptoms were COVID symptoms, and I had and then my immune system was so low that not only did I have like flu-like symptoms and was really sick, I had this weird virus, like skin virus, all over my body, like these sores, like on my eyelids, even my face. Like I felt so ugly and sick, and like beyond even what I looked like, it's how I felt. Like I looked in the mirror and I was like, you look like you're dying. Like I gave birth, and the hormonal shifts and the lack of sleep, and my relationship was really, really not doing well. So it was a lot of really challenging things. Yeah. So I that whole year after that was really one of the hardest of my lives, honestly. And I finally made a decision to do something different and leave, and checked in with him the entire time. I'll be back. Like, I had to do this. Like, this is to be a better mom. Like, I'm not just leaving him. But that triggered some abandonment wounds for him, and so he claimed I abandoned Eden, our son, and then like would not give him back to me. So I came in town and I didn't even get to see my son after being gone already for like 5 days or something, however long it was. I was having my child withheld from me, and he was moving locations, so I didn't even know where he was. I didn't know where my child was. I couldn't see him. He claimed the only way I could have him back is if we had a mediator or like a third party. Like I couldn't even, he didn't trust me with my own child. It was absolutely uncalled for, I feel like, because I was very clear and good. Like I found my peace and clarity, and I came back in town to an absolute shitstorm and war. And eventually I got my son back because I was able to file an order of protection, and I had to get the cops come and to find him with me and then serve the papers and take my son. And it was just a whole, yeah, it was a whole mess. Yeah, and my relationship to his dad it's been really challenging, and it's been really hard few years, honestly, like getting my grip back on in myself and in my strength, and mentally, physically, spiritually, all the layers. Like it's been a process of coming out of a really dark hole, honestly. And I had glimmers of peace and goodness amidst that. Like my children are so sweet and hilarious, and I love them so much, and so much joy and playfulness and goodness there. But it's also a lot being responsible for other people, and just struggling with my own like dysregulation, my own like trauma, and just CPTSD from just all sorts of stuff in my life. And so but yeah, I feel like I'm in the best place I've ever been in my life, and now I get to enter into this, retracing my steps in some way, but also from a whole new place where I'm leaving with my parents' blessing. Before I left without telling anyone, I just made a decision I needed to do, and now it's like I feel like I received their, because I live with them, so it's like they, so they, and actually this is technically their car, so that's another part of it. They don't drive it, it's kind of like the extra car, but anywho, it's not even technically my car, so that was a big part of it, is like, can I please drive the van, because I cannot take my car is not big enough for this, but yeah, it was really sweet to feel my parents like sending me out of the nest in a way, and which, like I'm an adult and I've grown up and I've already separated from them, but like I'm living with them, so it feels like I'm still their baby. I'm still living with them in the nest, but it's like they both confronted their own fears, and at first they told me no. They were like, you are not leaving, you're not taking the car, and I was so heartbroken. I was like, no, like, and I wouldn't accept it. I was like, I need this, like, please, just please, like, and I was pretty to the point where, like, if they said no, I was ready to pack up the car in the middle of the night and just leave, because that's how much I felt convicted that I need to do this. It's my last weekend too without the kiddos in a while, because my schedule's changing with them, so because my schedules aren't aligned with the two different boys I have. They each have different dads, and so it's going to be a little wonky for a bit where I'm not going to have much time to myself. And so I was like, I know I have this window of time, I have these days off, like I need to go do something with this time. So, here I am. I'm starting my journey, and I just wanted to document the beginning, which even goes back before now. Starting the trip, it's 4 years ago when I first made this journey. And just document this experience and share it. And I'm excited. I have some like sense of knowing of what's ahead and the places I can stop at and revisit, and also there's so much unknown of like just being in tune with myself, with the world around me, with the elements, with the people, being in that flow state. Every moment is new, rewiring my brain just with like new experiences. And there's the peninsula where there's the fort at the end, and for many miles there's no development or like housing and stuff. It's like a very quiet. The downside is there's oil rigs that are visible, which is a little unsettling, upsetting, and the waters are not, because they've been agitated so much, it doesn't feel as clean. So down where people typically go vacation is where I'll spend some time. And also I like the quietness of the end of the peninsula and the history of the fort and that structure. It's like an pentagon shape structure, fortress. Really interesting history there. And then there's a ferry that you can take to an island called Dauphin. But it was Dolphin. It's not Dolphin, it's Dauphin, like Dauphin, Dauphin Island. That's a really beautiful place. And then there's a bridge that takes you back to the mainland, not towards the fort in the peninsula, but back up. So there's like this like kind of circular path that I took last time, Mobile, going around the Gulf, down, and then to the peninsula, and then up, and then shoop. So maybe I'll do the opposite this time and just kind of see where, just see where I'm led and just flow with that. So there's a little bit of a little story there. It's a really cool camper RV. Wow. Oh, it's like some traffic. That's okay. As soon as I left, though, I had so many emotions come up. I was just crying, like, oh my God, I'm free. Like, I'm free. I'm doing it. I'm flying. I'm going. I'm so free. Like, no one or nothing is besides me, and the Holy Spirit is guiding me. Like, I have nobody in the passenger seat, like, moving the experience, which, I would love if there is a friend in the passenger seat as well to experience this with, but I do feel like I need this for myself, with myself. And so that's what's, but like to be fully just tapped in with me and with what my intuition and what moves me and pulls me like deeply in that state for this entire trip. Like, yes. So as much as we can be in that state, even in the mundane day-to-day kind of routine, like just being present, tapped in, receptive, open, listening, receiving, and in that giving, sharing state. When our cup is full, we have more to share and offer the world. So yes, so I'm gonna end this. This is pretty long, but I will be posting more videos as this journey goes on, probably for sure at the end by wrapping up just my experience and sharing that. But I wanted to preserve this, leave this here for whoever may find it, which I do really wonder how many people actually watch these fully through, because I haven't been getting as many views lately. Every once in a while my video gets more views, but I wonder like how long and how many people actually like hear everything I'm saying. And so if you have made it this far, I do feel like you're one of the few, because there's not like out here getting thousands of views, and it's definitely, I have a smaller audience, and that's okay. It's not about, I'm not doing this for view count or likes or, it's really just for, not just for myself, but it is for myself to put myself out there and document these and have them like saved somewhere. And also whoever crosses paths with this, I hope that it could be of use somehow, or maybe inspiring for you to go do something new than different, even if it's just a day trip to a beautiful park nearby. Just going and doing something new, out of your normal routine, is so good, and I highly, highly, highly recommend it. And obviously taking just a weekend to go to a new place is, please do that if you can. The money will come back. I really am like I do have a little bit of debt, and I'm scrape, just even to go on this, like I'm going to be, gas money is expensive, but I am saving money by staying in the van, so that's great. But I'm not thriving financially by any means. I'm actually kind of, I don't want to say I'm struggling. I don't want to speak that out into existence, but like I could have more money for sure. I could, but I trust that like I will have what I need. Like I will get my needs met, even if I don't have a big old savings. Like I am gonna be okay, and this is all part of my path and bringing me to where I need to be, and strengthening my confidence in myself, my abilities to show up in the world, and share and receive and have that flow with the universe, with the people around me. I trust that this is a part of that, an investment in a way. Like I am investing in myself through giving myself the time and space to be with myself and to take care of myself, like to just go relax, like just go create and go enjoy myself and the waters and the sun and yes. Well, thank you so much for listening, for watching. There's good things ahead, I promise you that. There will be struggles, there will be tests, there will be things as well that don't feel good, but it is all a part of the journey and the bigger picture of humanity evolving and learning and growing and developing. Like we've come a long ways. We still got a ways to go. We're each a part of that in our own unique way. We each play a unique role and have a contribution, a different unique contribution to things. So we're each finding our voices and our in what ways that we're contributing and what piece of the puzzle that we are, a part of clicking into place. And so yeah, you're right where you need to be. I promise you that, okay? You are exactly where you need to be in this moment. Breathe into that. It's okay. You're okay. It's gonna be okay. And even if it doesn't feel okay, it will be okay. And it will be beyond what you can even imagine. So good. I feel like I need to hear that. That's why I'm saying all of this even. It's because I need reminders sometimes, because I don't feel like that a lot of the time. I struggle with a lot of anxiety and worry and just a brain that's always buzzing and going and questioning and wanting to figure things out and see the problems and critique and judge and want to improve, and it's a lot. And it's nice to hear a reminder that it's okay and it's gonna get better, and trust that. Trust yourself first and foremost, and love yourself. Truly. All parts of you deserve your love and deserve to be loved by others too. And the right people will. The right people, you will find your people and they will love you and see you, and you will be compatible and complement each other and support each other and uplift and inspire and just play just like kids again. And there's so much out there in this world. There's so much potential. There's so many beautiful things that can happen in any moment. And the first step is being connected to ourselves and seeing the beauty within that's already there. You don't need to seek it outside of you. You don't need to reach for it or strive for it or grab for it. It's there. It's here. It's within you. It's within you always. Even on days that you feel ugly and gross and whatever you may feel about yourself that isn't very kind. Especially on those days, you are so lovable and so worthy of love and care and connection. And you got to give that to yourself. The more you do that, the more easily it is to give it to others, and the more easily you will, you'll get that reflected back, and you'll get that feel it coming back towards you, and believe in that. We gotta believe in these things. Have belief in something, in ourselves first and foremost. Have values, and have that be the foundation by which we live and we come into the world. And And yeah, it's beyond words. I want to put words to things and intellectualize and spiritualize and share all this stuff. But most really, I just, it's a feeling. It's a feeling. It's an experience that transcends words and my ability to even articulate and share. But I really try to as hard as I can because I just want to share. I guess I want to share myself. I want to feel seen. I want to feel heard. I want to feel known, understood. I want to understand. I want to see. I want to know. I want to... yeah, just feeling the feelings, feeling all of it. And that's how it started before I made this video. I was just feeling it all. And I felt like I needed to document and share with words, but come back full circle into feeling and being with myself. And all of the layers and complexities and things, it all exists simultaneously here and now. And it's amazing. And yeah, it's heartbreaking sometimes. So much tragedy, so much suffering, so much pain, and sickness, and displacement. There's so many people that are just it's hard out here. It's hard out there. It's hard inside. It's just hard. There's a struggle within and without, and amidst that, what am I creating? What am I gonna do with that? Those feelings and that reality that exists simultaneously with heaven. There's heaven and there is layers of hell, and detachment and disconnection from God, from source, whatever you want to call it. The word God has been triggering for a lot of my life, where I just don't resonate or connect with that word because of how it's been used in so many places that I just don't feel like that's what I subscribe to, that God. That's not. But God being all that is, the source of life, creator, creation, all of the universe, not just the universe. It's all of it. It's everything. There's infinite, ever expanding dimensions and realms that are all connected and a part of one larger thing, one whole being, one life form, entity, ecosystem of some kind. And we're all a part of that. And that's incredible, that we're all connected. How amazing it is that we're alive. It's a blessing, it's a miracle. Every day that we have is a gift. We can make something of it. We can create something beautiful out of the mess and the rubble and the troubles and the struggles and the... We have so much power in our hands and in our choices and in our voices. in our hearts, in our souls, in our spirit, inside of our minds, outside of and beyond our minds, ability to comprehend and make sense of, but it tries to so much all the time. But so how can we just be present and play with our reality, with what is? Let's enjoy it. Let's laugh and co-create with this thing that we're a part of, with each other, with life itself. Become like kids again. Just play. And everyone was your friend. A safe, confident child felt like that. You know, if you're living in an environment where it's not safe and you don't have caregivers that are there for you, it's really, the world can be scary and people can be scary because you don't trust. You know, but if you grew up in a household that was nurturing and safe, you had all your basic needs met, your parents were emotionally available and present, and they felt supported and taken care of by a tribe, a village, by, you know, we wouldn't have all these issues because people would be safe in their bodies and they would know how to connect with others and they wouldn't be acting out of fear so often. But so many people are stuck in fear and in survival mode because that's all they know. So it's like we go back in time and just give every child a loving mother and father and a safe home. And so now as adults, like, we can try to give ourselves that, give our inner child that, and reparent ourselves so we can show up in the world in a better way and be able to trust and feel free and feel safe and feel loved and know that no matter what, we're gonna be okay. That's my wish for all of us, so we can really truly play and have fun and just be. So give that to yourself, please. You deserve that. Every kid deserves that. And it's so awful we live in a world that's not conducive for that. So many people have experienced so many awful things, and so many people have made themselves cold and detached and bitter to block themselves off from that pain, because it's easier to feel nothing and numb than to feel all of this. But it takes courage and bravery to go into those depths, to confront the pain and the grief, and to feel it and to hold it and to sit with it and to nurture it, to nurse it. Once we let it out and let it all go and just release it, the relief that comes after that, after the tears are done flowing, there's just a relief that comes. A peace and acceptance. May we all feel what we need to feel and do the work and play asked of us, needed of us, in order to make this world a safer, happier place for all of us, for the children, for the child inside of all of us, for the future generations, and for our ancestors, for those that came before, that paved the way and led us to this moment. Because they're behind us, rooting us on. They didn't have the resources or information or support that we have, but we have so much in our hands. So much. Remember your wings to fly up and above. And remember how much seen and unseen is there supporting you. Call upon that support and protection. We have to be open and receptive and ask for what we need in order to receive it. You don't have to do it all on your own, and you're not doing it all on your own. Even if you think you are and you like to, not possible. Sorry. This is a collaborative effort here, and we all need each other, and we need things from each other, and we're in this together. And I'm going to wrap this up with that, and that we're in this together, and I'm here with you from afar, rooting you on, cheering you on. It's going to get better, and it is getting better, and hold that hope. And also, I don't know, what else? Okay, yeah. Also, and yes. Okay. Thank you. I just can't stop crying. Okay, I'm gonna, yeah, to let you, I'm gonna, I gotta stop and get gas and, ice here soon. Use the little girl's room, because I am a little girl, big girl, woman, girl, being beyond gender, a spirit, a soul, an essence. Okay. We got this. We're doing it. You're doing it. Keep it up, okay? Okay? All right. I love you. Okay, bye.